Hello and welcome. ImagR has some awesome features to reveal hidden details in images, and I'll show you how to use them today. First, go to image-r.com. Scroll down and upload your image as grayscale. After the upload, resize it to the exact final dimensions you plan to engrave. For my CO2 laser with a compound lens, I use 318 dpi. In this first photo, there are heavy shadows around the eye and lots of very dark spots. To fix this, the first step is to open the One Touch dropdown. In this case, disable denoise because I want to keep the fine details. As you can see, the lighting and shadows are already much better than in the original image. To push it further, open Advanced Settings and apply Color Correction. Now those useless shadows are gone. Details pop, and the overly dark areas are cleaned up. This works on almost any image, so let's try another. Upload the image, then resize to final dimensions. Here, One Touch shows an even clearer difference. Way more structure in the clothing and background that was basically invisible before. Add color correction again to strengthen the result. You'll get a clearer, more detailed image than the original could ever provide. You can't achieve this with gamma, contrast, and brightness alone. The logic behind these functions is different and built specifically for engraving. Next image. Not many details, very dark background. The result would be horrible if you engrave the original. I disable denoise, apply One Touch, then add color correction. Some areas are still too dark and odd shadows appear on the faces. Use auto adjustment to fix that quickly. For engraving this on my CO2, I also raise gamma a bit. It helps keep the engraving consistent without deep burns. Download the final image as a PNG. Let's try another portrait. The original looks flat. It is grayish with basically no real detail or lighting, so let's try to solve this problem. One Touch fixes that immediately. With color correction, weird shadows and dark spots disappear. That's already much better. Zoom in and compare. On the original, the eye area and hair are dull. On the edited version, they look sharp and alive. Since I'll show the final engraving too, I increase gamma again slightly and download as PNG. Let's try one more time. Now an image without people, a skull. The original is dark with barely any detail. Improve the shadows and lighting with One Touch first, already a huge jump. Then use color correction to remove the dark patches. For engraving readiness, I adjust gamma. If the image becomes too gray and flat from overusing gamma, back it off a little. That's the sweet spot. Download as PNG. Since I haven't chosen a material earlier, I will re-upload the final image again and apply directly a material. I engrave on Birch plywood, so I choose the Kasia Wood algorithm. You can pick any algorithm you need. A pop-up warns we skipped resizing. That's fine, we already did it, so click Continue Anyways. After the material is applied, download again as PNG and import it into your laser software. I'll start with the girl's portrait. I draw a rectangle with the exact same dimensions as the image for cutting. In the top right, change the rectangle from fill to line because we want to cut, not engrave. Make sure the image layer is above the line layer. The job runs top to bottom and should engrave before cutting. Press P to center the rectangle on the page. My image is centered there too. For my 80-watt CO2 laser, I use 120 millimeters per second speed, 15% maximum power, and 1% minimum. This is a workaround because many CO2 lasers won't fire below about 10 to 15%. But with a compound lens and slower speed, we need less power. Using 1 to 15% lets the machine average around 8% for mid-tones. It's very important that pass-through is active. If it's off, your software will reprocess the already prepared image, ignore your DPI from ImagR, use the DPI set in your laser software, and re-dither with its image mode. This ruins the result. Make sure pass-through is on. That's it. Run the job. I use magnets to hold the plywood perfectly flat and set focus with a digital caliper so every corner and the center have the same lens distance. This consistency matters a lot. The engraving looks great, smooth shades and far more detailed than the original. When it finishes, use a soft brush to remove residue. You get an excellent wood portrait. No deep burns, no lost details, just a clean, detailed engraving without complicated image theory. Let's run the skull as well. The original was very dark with poor detail, but we nailed it. Strong tonal separation, controlled shadows, and a background that sits perfectly. This is definitely one of my best engravings so far. These make great gifts and are also an easy way to sell custom work. Plywood is cheap and people love wood engravings, especially with this level of detail. All of the things I showed are completely free. No registration. Just go to ImagR.com and start creating. Thanks for watching. If this helped, please leave a like and a comment and share ideas for future videos. Have an awesome day and see you soon. Bye.